I see everyone coming for Korra. The same old takes, she's the worst Avatar. She caused all these problems. She ruined the Avatar franchise, blah blah blah. But I'm here to tell you, hold up, it's not inherently her fault. So before y'all start crapping on Korra again, let's actually break this down. Here's the thing. People are missing the real reason why the Avatar's reputation could be ruined. It all comes down to perception, and if there's one thing we know about perception, it controls reality. People lack perception. We know this. Aang ran away to protect himself, but there were people who genuinely thought he abandoned the world. There's a whole village out there that still sees the Avatar as a murderer over an accident that happened 500 years ago.
Come on, torture machine! Eaten by bears! Razor pit!
And let's not forget, an entire nation was brainwashed into believing that the Avatar was their enemy. So of course, if an Avatar is involved in some massive world-changing event that leads to huge casualties, even if their intentions were good, there's going to be a lot of people who start seeing the Avatar as a destroyer instead of a protector. And here's something people forget. Every Avatar has to clean up the mess of the one before them. It's just the cycle of being the Avatar. Aang had to deal with Roku's mistakes, like sparing Sozin. Roku thought he was making the right call because of their long-term friendship. He even saved Sozin from the volcanic eruption. But guess what? That exact decision is what led to the 100-Year War. Roku didn't know he'd be hit by toxic volcanic gas. He didn't know Sozin would straight up leave him there. But his so-called right decision ended up making things 100 times worse for Aang. And that's the cycle. The Avatar always means well. They always try to restore balance. But because they don't fully think through every possible outcome, those good decisions sometimes create even more chaos. But here's the thing. Korra also had a pretty solid reason for keeping them open. And honestly, she was right in her reasoning. She just didn't account for the unintended consequences, which, let's be real, is classic Avatar behavior. Like, Aang isn't blamed for the actual problems he caused, so why should Korra be? But I don't know. What do you think? Should she actually take the blame for this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And speaking of Avatars making questionable decisions, remember Avatar Yangchen? She was so focused on the physical world that she completely neglected the spirit world. And guess who had to deal with that mess? Kuruk. Bro was out here spending his entire life throwing hands with spirit monsters like Ko. You remember this guy, right? The creepy, face-stealing demon who looks like he thrives on nightmare fuel? Yeah. Kuruk had zero peace in his Avatar era. Dude was literally fighting the Shadow Realm because Yangchen said, "Hey, not my problem."
It's been a long time.
You know me?
How could I forget you? One of your previous incarnations tried to slay me, maybe 800 or 900 years ago.
Fast forward to Roku's time, dude dies, and everyone knows the next Avatar is going to be an air nomad. And Sozin? Bro said, bet, and wiped them all out. And you just know that people in the Avatar world must have been blaming Aang for running away that night. Oh, the Avatar abandoned us. He should have stayed and fought. But let's be real. If Aang did stay, he would have been wiped out too, and that would have been the actual end of the air nomads. And then look at what happened centuries later. Harmonic convergence rolls around. Boom! New airbenders are popping up everywhere. But guess what? They still needed a master to train them. And who trained them? Tenzin. And who trained Tenzin? Aang. So basically, a bad decision of running away led to a good outcome of airbenders returning. And what do we learn from that? Right decisions can go horribly wrong, and bad decisions can actually work out. That's just nature. And speaking of good intentions backfiring, Kyoshi, come get your L. She thought she was making a brilliant decision by creating the Dai Li to protect the Earth Kingdom capital. Keep things tight, keep things secure, keep things in order. But guess what? Fast forward a few hundred years, and the Dai Li became a corrupt criminal organization that secretly ran Ba Sing Se. And then, just to make things worse, they ended up under Long Feng, aka the guy who made "There is no war in Ba Sing Se" an actual mood. Like, imagine trying to protect your kingdom, and then your own people turn into an elite squad of undercover mobsters who low-key betray their own country. Yeah, big oops on that one, Kyoshi. Alright, inasmuch as I'm saying Korra isn't to blame, I am gonna blame her for one thing, losing connection with her past avatars. Like, bro, she literally hit the reset button on thousands of years of wisdom. Now she's basically the first avatar all over again. And the worst part, Pavi and Nisha, our new earthbending avatars, are gonna be out here making horrible decisions with zero guidance. No Roku, no Kyoshi, no Yang Chen, not even a hey bro, don't do that from Aang. Nothing. And let's be honest, Aang made good decisions because he actually bothered to seek wisdom from his past lives. Meanwhile, Korra, she was out here freestyling half the time. Like, remember when she ditched Tenzin to go train with Unalaq? Girl. If she had just consulted her past lives, any of them, literally none of this would have happened. But nah, she followed her own way. And what did that get her? Unalaq ripping Rava out of her, destroying her past life connection, and effectively turning herself into the most spiritually disconnected avatar ever. Every decision she made in Book 3 and Book 4, completely winging it. And guess what? That includes whatever she did that led to Seven Havens. Like, Korra, we love you. But dang girl, rash decisions were your brand. And yeah, I know, Aang wasn't perfect. He made some mistakes too. But let's be real, his mistakes don't even come close to Korra's. At least Aang tried to listen to guidance. Korra, she was out here playing life on hard mode, solo queue, no backup. And now, the next avatar's gotta suffer for it. And that's the avatar cycle. One generation makes a choice, and the next one has to deal with the fallout. It's not about being a bad avatar. It's about how even the best decisions can have massive consequences. So before y'all start throwing shade at Korra for what happens in Seven Havens, just remember, every avatar inherits problems from the last. It's the cycle of balance, chaos, and restoration. That's just how it works. Anyways, that's it for today, Legends. What do you think? Should Korra get all the blame, or is she just another avatar caught in an endless cycle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to know more about how Korra's decisions might have directly led to the events of Seven Havens, click right here to check out that deep dive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we've got way more Avatar content coming your way. Stay legendary.